Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, EAA reaches a new milestone. Also, Daer marks Kodiak delivery, and Van's aircraft also is celebrating a milestone. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Kimberly Kay. The Experimental Aircraft Association has passed a big milestone for the once niche aviation organization. Begun in 1953 by a group of wanting grassroots, enthusiastic support for aviation, the EAA has grown to over 250,000 members for the first time in history. The 250,000 mark comes at the tail end of a bonanza over the last 5 years that saw group membership grow by 25%. CEO and Chairman Jack J. Pelton addressed EAA members, saying EAA's founder Paul Poporensny created a culture nearly 70 years ago where anyone who wished to enjoy the freedom of flight was welcome to participate, and our mission of growing participation in aviation has thrived under that vision. The dedication of EAA members, chapters, and staff have made it possible to grow the organization to new levels. I thank every EAA member who has contributed through the years and found value in being a member, as EAA began as a small group of builders and restorers but quickly grew into an organization that engages everyone who enjoys the world of flight. After the break, Commemorative Air Force begins 12 planes of Christmas. Details after these messages.
When adventure is calling, the Bory by Aero Volga is the plane you need to answer the call. Bory's composite design is simple, reliable, and economical, with impressive performance and no gimmicks. Designed for the wilderness and proven durability in a flight around the Arctic Circle, the Bory has what it takes to handle your next adventure. Featuring 2 large cargo compartments, a comfortable modern cockpit, and a Rotax 912 power plant, the Bory Amphibian is now available in Canada. Experience the Bory for yourself at flightsimple.com.
Pilot Communications USA is proud to introduce our latest headsets, the Carbon A1 Active Noise Reduction and the Carbon P1 Passive Headset. Carbon fiber makes our headsets 30% lighter than others, which significantly reduces pilot fatigue. Our BlueLink hand control unit allows you to connect 2 devices at the same time, and the record out capability can send audio to an onboard camera or digital recorder. Get the headset that's so light you may forget you're wearing one at pilot-usa.com.
At Diamond Aircraft, innovation is in our DNA. Whether you're taking to the skies for training or business travel, every aircraft in Diamond's lineup features innovative technology, an industry-leading safety record, superior performance and efficiency, and a comfortable flying experience. No other company has pioneered as many aviation firsts, achieved more milestones, or received the same amount of industry praise as Diamond. Discover why Diamond Aircraft is one of the most trusted manufacturers in aviation at diamondaircraft.com.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're going to be summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. Commemorative Air Force begins 12 planes of Christmas. The Commemorative Air Force has begun its annual fundraising event in support of its preservation mission, selecting 12 of its projects in progress to focus their efforts. The group highlights the work of its volunteer members who maintain and repair the irreplaceable vintage aircraft. Each of the 12 days will focus on the history, current state, and needed work and the individual story of one of the group's 170-strong fleet. Donations to the group will go towards the Restoration Grant Fund and are tax deductible when paid to the 501c3 organization. Skydiving Museum fundraiser nets $15,000. To celebrate his 90th birthday, longtime skydiving legend Pat Moorhead completed 9 jumps over the morning of November 20th. Across all methods of support, his work raised over $15,000 for the International Skydiving Museum, while setting a world record for the oldest skydiver to tackle the feat in history. The donations will go towards operations for the International Skydiving Museum and Hall of Fame to keep the future generations apprised of the history, the travails, and the victories of the sport. SmartSky to offer encrypted in-flight streaming. SmartSky Networks has announced its work with joint partner Avionics Technologies to offer secure streaming and digital rights management tech aboard aircraft in flight following successful testing and rollout. The change will see Avionics in-touch and in-play services available through scalable coding and encryption. Avionics applications provide a la carte media selections and video teleconferencing geared towards airborne consumption, while media consumption has little need for ironclad encryption and security. Private video calls and meetings require higher standards of guaranteed privacy. There's a new CEO in town. Maverick Investment Company, the parent corporation of Shadin Avionics, has announced the newest man to head the small aerospace company. Mike Ingram, industry veteran, will take the helm as Chief Executive Officer and President. His background in avionics, system engineering and design, software development, certification, and product management made him a good choice to help Shadin Avionics grow into the next era. Maverick hopes his guidance will help sharpen the company's growing flight performance and aircraft interface systems in the wider market. Well, that does it for today's trip around the patch. Now let's return to the rest of the news. Daher's Kodiak celebrated a milestone when it recently delivered the 300th plane. This is an important moment for the high-wing turboprop workhorse, introduced in 2007 as a STOL option for those needing reliable, capacious, hardy aircraft for remote missions. The Kodiak saw itself quickly pressed into service in humanitarian, medical, government, and special mission sectors. The Kodiak squared off with similar backwoods aircraft in offering an unimproved dirt strip performance takeoff distance of 1,000 feet, as well as a 1,000 nautical mile range. Performance metrics that obviated the need to choose between rotary aircraft and light jets. With a convertible utilitarian interior, operators can quickly reconfigure to suit passenger or cargo operations. Daher's purchase of the Quest aircraft in 2019 saw some of the refinements come to the aircraft, improving the available avionics, safety features, cabin comfort, operational capability, and quality with the release of Series 3. The Kodiak 100 has a larger tire size than ever before at 29 inches, as well as a higher landing weight of more than 7,000 pounds, and a lower zero-fuel weight for increased payload. Since the acquisition, Daher has boosted the after-purchase maintenance program into an all-inclusive 4-year span that covers scheduled maintenance up to the 4th annual inspection or 1,000 hours. After these messages, Van's Aircraft celebrates a milestone. Those details after the break.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
The Zefhir is what you have always wanted. A highly capable 2-seat turbine-powered helicopter with great ramp appeal, 100-mile-per-hour cruise speed, 172 nautical mile range, and to top it all off, a first-of-its-kind emergency airframe parachute system. The Kurdi-designed Zefhir, unique, advanced, innovative, and highly capable. Your ultimate freedom machine is available now at zefhir.eu.
Welcome back. Recent years have been kind to Van's Aircraft, with their RV series airplanes increasingly becoming a regular fixture at airports throughout the country. Their blend of sportiness and affordability have made them the go-to name for home-built low-wing aircraft. Originally begun as a kit manufacturer in 1970, the company opened their RV portfolio with a single-seat RV3, eventually growing the line into aircraft with a host of landing gear, seating, and performance options. The most popular planes in the lineup over the years, the RV6, 7, and 8, offer builders a competitive, affordable aircraft kit that brings private aviation into reach of the common man. airman. The milestone of the 11,000th RV to fly was passed in Alberta, Canada by Lennard, Nichols, and Conlin, who recently completed their RV-7A test flight. They found it a charming companion, saying that first flight couldn't have gone better. Aircraft flew hands off, handled like an RV should. So glad I got to do the initial flight before it goes to its new owner. Van's aircraft is only gaining momentum. If the yearly sales trends are any indication and the future is looking up for the company, take more of the home built and SLSA market. Well, that does it for our show today. I'm your host, Kimberly Kay. You can catch episodes of Airborne on Roku and Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne in the directory, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.